The Boeing B-52 Stratofortress is an American long-range subsonic jet strategic bomber. The B-52 is designed and built by Boeing, which continues to provide support and upgrades. It has been operated by the United States Air Force, USAF, since the 1950s. The bomber can carry up to 70,000 pounds, 32,000 kilograms, of ordnance and has a standard combat range of approximately 8,800 miles, 14,200 kilometers, without aerial refueling. The design of the B-52 began with the award of the contract bid in June 1946 and evolved from a straight-wing aircraft with 6 turboprop engines to the final prototype, the YB-52, with 8 turbojet engines and swept wings. The B-52 made its maiden flight in April 1952. Built to carry nuclear weapons for Cold War deterrence missions, the B-52 Stratofortress replaced the Convair B-36 Peacemaker. Having seen several wars, the B-52 dropped only conventional ammunition in combat. The official name of the B-52 Stratofortress is rarely used and is informally referred to as the Buff, Big Ugly Fat Fucker, Fella. The B-52 has been in service with the U.S. Air Force since 1955. As of 2022, there are 72 aircraft in the U.S. Air Force. 58 are in service with the active component, 2nd Bomb Wing and 5th Bomb Wing, and 18 are in reserve, 307th Bomb Wing. In 2010, all B-52 Stratofortresses were transferred from ACC to the new Air Force Global Strike Command, AFGSC. Despite the advent of later, more advanced strategic bombers such as the Mach 2 plus Convair B-58 Hustler, the cancelled Mach 3 North American XB-70 Valkyrie, the variable geometry Rockwell B-1 Lancer, and the stealthy Northrop Grumman B-2 Spirit, the high sub the B-52 ended 60 years of continuous operation in 2015, along with its original operational aircraft. After upgrades between 2013 and 2015, the last aircraft will remain in service into the 2050s. The B-52 shared many technical similarities with the preceding B-47 Stratojet strategic bomber. The basic design, including swept wings and potted jet engines, was the same, as was the in-flight crew ejection system. On the B-52D, the pilot and electronic countermeasures, ECM, operator were ejected upward, while the lower deck crew was ejected downward until the B-52G. The tail gunner of the early B-52s was located in the traditional aircraft tail position and was equipped with both visual and radar gun-laying systems. In later types, the gunner was moved to the front of the fuselage, and gun-laying was performed by radar alone, as in the B-58 Hustler's tail gun system. Starting in 1971, the G and H models were equipped with up to 20 AGM-69 SRAM nuclear missiles. To further increase offensive capability, the aircraft was equipped with an air-launched cruise missile, ALCM. After testing of both the USAF-supported Boeing AGM-86 air-launched cruise missile and the Navy-supported General Dynamics AGM-109 Tomahawk, the AGM-86B was selected to operate the B-52, and eventually the B-1 Lancer. A total of 194 B-52 gigaseconds and Hs were modified to carry the AGM-86, with 12 missiles mounted on underwing pylons, and 82 B-52Hs were further modified to carry an additional 8 missiles on rotating launchers mounted in the bomb bay. To comply with the SALT II treaty requirement that cruise missile-equipped aircraft be readily identifiable by reconnaissance satellites, the cruise missile-equipped B-52G was modified with distinctive wing root fairings. No visual modifications of these aircraft were required, as it was assumed that all B-52Hs would be modified. 1990 saw the entry into service of the stealthy AGM-129 ACM cruise missile, intended to replace the AGM-86, but due to high cost and the end of the Cold War, only 450 missiles were produced. The B-52 was to be modified to utilize Northrop Grumman's AGM-137 TSSAM weapon, but was cancelled due to development costs. On May 21, 1956, a B-52B, 52-13, dropped a Mk-15 nuclear bomb over Bikini Atoll. This was the first thermonuclear weapon dropped from the sky. The aircraft is now on display at the National Museum of Nuclear Science and History in Albuquerque, On November 24 to 25, 1956, 4 B-52Bs of the 93rd BW and 4 B-52Cs of the 42nd BW flew non-stop around North America in Operation Quick Kick, covering 15,530 miles. SAC noted that the flight time could have been reduced by 5 to 6 hours if the 4 aerial refuelings had been made by fast jet engine tanker aircraft instead of propeller-driven Boeing KC-97 Stratofreighters. To January 18, 1957, 3 B-52Bs flew non-stop around the world in Operation Powerflight, completing the B-52B's round-the-world flight of 24,325 miles, 21,138 nautical miles, 39,147 kilometers, in 45 hours and 19 minutes, 536.8 miles per hour, 863.9 kilometers per hour.